Did I basically start crying on the meeting with my new manager today? Yeah. Basically, she was like, I've seen you on calls. Like, you just seem like you're unhappy. I'm very burnt out with the job. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, was that easy to read? She's like, I would love to see you smile on the call. I'm like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. These meetings are draining. This job is draining. But she was very kind.
Have you guys ever been so burnt out that you really just wanted to give up and not work at all anymore?
You ever be so late to work you just don't want to go anymore? It's 4:57. I'm supposed to be working at 5. I haven't even left my house yet. My job is like 15 minutes away. So I'm going to be 15 minutes late. I'm just at the point I don't want to go, but I have to go because I need this money to pay my rent this week. See, this is why I don't want to live in the country no more, because I just want the ease of just doing what I want with my time. I just want to do what I want with my time. That's all I'm asking for. I don't even hate my job. I just hate having to go. Like, I wish I could just go when I felt like going, you know? Like, hey, I feel like working today. Let me go on to work. But it's like when you have to go, that tired. I'm already tired, and this is the beginning of the week. First of all, I got class tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Work from 5 to 11. Repeat Wednesday. Repeat Thursday. Friday, I don't have to work after work. But I feel like by Friday, I'm going to be so fucking exhausted. Because I literally been working all weekend, too. So, I don't know. And then I work school Saturday, and then work afterwards. And then Sunday, I have to work both my jobs. So, literally, Friday afternoon is my only little 5 hours that I can have to myself this week. And I'm almost thinking about picking up a shift because I need more money. So I'm just over it.
Okay, guys, so I'm sure a lot of us have been in a similar situation that she's been in, and it sounds like she's just doing a lot, and so she's burnt out for that reason. It seems like there's 2 different reasons to be burnt out. There's probably more, but these are 2 that come to mind. One is that you're just overworked. You're doing too much at once, so she's doing 1, 2, 3 jobs, plus going to school. So there's really no time for downtime, for recovery, for just letting yourself relax. That's one reason. Another reason is doing too much of what you don't really enjoy, which seems like a lot of people are in that boat. So I'm thankful that I'm not in that boat currently. In the past, I've been in that boat, and I'm sure a lot of you as well have been in that boat as well. You just work somewhere, you're doing something that just really doesn't, not saying you have to be passionate about what you do, but it just kind of drains you. Like I said, I've been there before in the past, and it's definitely not fun. We all know how that feels. You wake up, sometimes you have nightmares about it before you have to get up in the morning to go to work. I mean, it's really bad. That seems to be the second reason. For her, it just sounds like it's the first one. She's burnt out because she's doing too much. And once she graduates or whatever have you, she'll probably be better, in a better situation. And it could be both. It could be a combination of both, because a lot of times when you're going to school, a lot of times you're doing a job or jobs that maybe you don't want to do. Nonetheless, how many of you guys are experiencing this burnout right now with work and just kind of life in general?
We're facing a massive burnout epidemic. I mean, so much so that the Surgeon General recently came out with a report about the massive impact that burnout is having on our healthcare workforce. In our profession, in physical therapy specifically, if you look at the research, there's somewhere between, the range is pretty wide, somewhere between about 36 and 82% of our profession rates themselves as burnt out on any given day. So even if we take on average, let's say 1 of every 2 physical therapists is burnt out.
Horrible.
And think about how the rippling impact that burnout has, right? First and foremost, it impacts the provider. We know from burnout research that burnout is an independent risk factor of coronary heart disease. It's correlated with higher levels of anxiety, headaches, ideation. It not only impacts them, it follows them home. About 80 or over 80% of providers say that burnout negatively impacts their home relationships. And then if you follow that line through, it actually affects organizations and the healthcare system at large. That report that I mentioned with the Surgeon General, they estimate that there's $4.6 billion in costs due to transition, specifically due to burnout.
Wow.
And who does that impact fall on?
Patient.
The patients. We have to figure out ways in which we can empower our fellow physical therapists.
Okay, so guys, listen, they're talking about burnout generally from a healthcare perspective and specifically with physical therapists. But as we know, now let's be honest, there are some jobs that burnout is more common than others. And healthcare is definitely one of them. Nurses is a big one too. Doctors is a big one, depending on what you're doing. Like surgeons, just healthcare in general. A lot of them, they're burnt out. They work very long hours, not to mention they're dealing with stressful situations, obviously, a lot of them. So it makes sense that they get burnt out from work. But it doesn't just apply to healthcare workers. It applies to people in all kinds of industries, blue collar to white collar. So especially now with the white collar recession, it's a whole different thing, but overall, a lot of people can experience this throughout their life, some more than others, of course. And it carries over. You don't leave it at work. A lot of times you bring it with you back home, so it affects your home life. And like they said, in their case, it affects people's actual lives because they're dealing with patients. So if they're not at their best and they're burnt out from their work, that's going to directly affect and hurt that patient, which could lead to, you know, things happening that can't be undone. Very, very scary stuff. And just another situation, another example of the burnout epidemic we're experiencing.
I used to enjoy coming to work so much. I would come with like a full beat face. I would do my hair. I would buy cute clothes, everything. And now I literally have to motivate myself to go into this building. And it's really the people that you work with. Like before, my job was like, it didn't feel like a job. I was surrounded by cool ass people. It's like, okay, cool. This doesn't really feel like work. Like it's fun. I get done and I get paid to do it. Awesome. Now it's like just to pay my bills. I only go in here because I have to pay my bills. If I didn't have to pay my bills, I would not go into this building. I promise to God I would not. And I just have like senioritis. I just can't wait. I just can't wait for like my new life to start. Honestly, I can't wait. Like I'm so over it. And I do like some of the people I work with, some of them. All of them, and I just kind of like mentally gave up. Like I was doing so much for so long that now I'm so burnt out that I barely can do the everyday shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, so remember how I said I think there's two main reasons for burnout? She's added the third one in, and the third one is the work environment itself, who you work with especially, because that's like 80% of the job that you do. It's the people that you do work with. Again, I'm in a position where thankfully I don't have to deal with what she's dealing with, but I'm sure that you all have been in situations where you can relate to not working with people who you necessarily enjoy. And it makes your job 10 times harder and it makes you burn out 10 times faster. Because not only are you doing the work, which may or may not be, you know, enjoyable to you, but now you're also doing it with people who you don't like. And that's unfortunate. And obviously if that's the situation, then like she said, you just start your new life. I don't know what that means. Is she getting a new job? Is she, I don't know, but that's definitely a third reason. So like I said before in the comment section, if any of you guys are feeling this way, let me know. Are you feeling burnt out? If so, what is it? What's the reason? Is it one of the three reasons that we've covered already? Or is it for a different reason we haven't talked about?
Yeah, I really want to say that we really need to start prioritizing our mental health and our health, period. Like I've been working at my company for about 3 going on 4 years now. And even during our busiest seasons, I haven't called out. I've been working extra hours that they put on my schedule. I even added extra hours to my schedule just to pick up on the workload. And I got burnt out. So I decided to take 3 days for myself. Just 3 days. I came back to a write-up. They sit there and they say to you, oh, we care about you. My manager's quick to say, oh, we care about you. We care about you. We want to know what's going on. But even a doctor's note can't fix it. My doctor would have signed off on it. And yeah, they don't care. They don't care. Prioritize your health. I've been able to take my son to school. I've been able to pick him up. I've been able to do things with him instead of being stressed out. And I'm of course, bills is due. It's unpaid leave. Don't let these jobs burn you out. Don't. Because then they sit here and they wonder why you crash out. Take your time. Because you are just a number. You are a number to these people. I literally had to type in a number just to get into my workload. I am a number. You guys are a number. Don't let these people do you like that. My manager sit here talking about, oh, you're always so bubbly, you're always laughing, always joking with people, but I notice your energy's been off. Yeah, because I work hard just for y'all to turn around and write me up for missing 3 days talking about, oh, I need to plan my PTO. When meanwhile, our back office won't even approve it when we put it in. So y'all rather me either crash out or call out.
It honestly sounds like it's not the best work environment, you know, because it shouldn't be that way. You should be able to take time off if needed, especially after you have given a lot to a company. And what she's saying is about how they look at you as a number and they don't value you does sound very dystopian. It sounds very dark, or even if you want to use that word. I have known people that have worked in places like this and they share stories with me like she's sharing where they've experienced unfair treatment and they've experienced being looked at as a number and not being appreciated and being written up for things when they have given over and above what's required from the job description. Yeah, that could definitely burn somebody out. If you give it your all and then you're met with a lack of appreciation, that could definitely cause you to be burnt out and cause you to kind of want to give up, which it seems like she's in that place. And so that's just, again, very unfortunate because, again, a lot of us have bills to pay. We are reliant on these jobs, right? And I'm grateful for the job I have. This is not about me. This is a video I'm covering about these folks. I'm not saying that it's a them and not me thing. I'm just saying I can empathize, but I can definitely empathize with the fact that we all need our jobs to really, you know, survive. So if it's a case where you're burnt out at that place and you need to survive, it's a double whammy. So, you know, I feel for everyone and I hope that we all get to places where we are happy with what we do. We're not burnt out. We come to work as our best selves. And, you know, that's what I hope for all of us. And we'll all get there one day. Now, with that being said, I'll get off my soapbox. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you. Feel free to like and to subscribe if you feel so inclined to. And until next time, make smart financial decisions.